What's the meaning of life? Is it in the Bible? Is it about thriving or survival? Should I eat idle or hunt with a rifle? Is life a cycle or a spiral? Should I believe in Metatron or Archangel Michael? Shiva the backfat leader of Jesus and his disciples. Is deciphering the meaning even vital? Is there an afterlife or is death final? Is it about charity in the face of calamity? Is my purpose to find a wife and start a family?
Nice. Alright, good. What's good? It's your boy JEDIAH. I'm here with a hip hop legend. This is exclusive for Rep That TV. Mr. Cormega.
What's up, baby boy?
What's good? What's good? Welcome to London. I know you've been there a few times. Why London, man? It's freezing.
It is. I didn't know that before I got here, but I couldn't miss the opportunity. I love being out here. I like the vibe, the people. You know what I mean? The brethrens.
Better you than me, man. I'll swap places right now. This snow is killing me.
Yeah. I'm planning to escape to Jamaica soon, so
yeah,
that'll make up for this.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, what you been up to? What's going on for you? Let's go back in time for people that don't really know who Cormega is. Who are you?
Just black man trying to make $1.
I like the humble answer. How long have you been? You're a rapper. How long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping for quite some time. Long. I've been rapping for a long time. I'm with JEDIAH almost, and I've been on a couple of albums, and you know, people in London seem to appreciate my craft. So
yeah, definitely. I think what you're most noted for is your real approach to your lyrics. You got an album called The Realness. To me, I think that's a classic.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So can you talk us through some of the inspirations in those tracks? Like what got you to write the tracks on The Realness?
The Realness was a chip on my shoulder album. When I made The Realness, I got my release from Def Jams. They had me on the shelf, and I went up there and I said, I just want to just let me go, because y'all gonna kill my career by having my album on the shelf. So I went to Def Jams, and I wanted my album back, The Testament. So I had another record deal with another label, TVT. They was gonna sign me, and they wanted to put out The Testament. So I went back to Def Jam, and they raised the actual fee that they wanted for the album. Because like when you get out of your contract, you have to pay
them off.
So my original deal was for $250,000, which is $250,000. So I signed my deal like 1996, and I was trying to get my release like 2000. So music doesn't appreciate. Yeah. I'm not Tupac, where like, you know, I didn't have nothing out. So the music depreciated. In other words, it was standard for, if you get out of your contract, it's supposed to have a settlement number. So if my deal was $250 and the music sat there for 5 years, they should have said like, give us $150,000 back, yeah, or et cetera, et cetera. Or even if they want their $250, give us $100,000 and we'll get the rest of $250 out of royalties, et cetera, from your TVT deal. Def Jam said we want $350,000. So that right there was them giving me the middle finger. It was like saying fuck your career. Like, yeah, we're gonna put our foot on your throat. So I was devastated because I didn't think I had another album in me at that time. I wanted The Testament back. So me making The Realness was basically saying fuck y'all, you're not stopping me. So I went to the studio on some chip on my shoulder shit, like I hate the industry because I see what they do. It's bad enough y'all ruin careers, but y'all trying to ruin my livelihood. Y'all trying to stop, like, I'm trying to come back fair and give you your bread, but you want more. That's like wrong. So I went in the studio with a chip on my shoulder to show them, like, yo, you're not stopping me. Yeah. So I went in the studio, song after song after song after song. Before you know it, The Realness was done. And the rest is history. I did not think I would be in London 11 years later talking to you about it. I just did it to show people that I can make an album, and I got an album out. I didn't know where my life was gonna go after that. I didn't even know I was gonna be here after that. Like, it's just a blessing.
So like, The Realness made you the voice of the people, cause people really embraced the realness you were spitting. And you got true meaning. What's the essence of true meaning? What was the idea behind the title in the first place?
The true meaning was special to me because I wanted people to see I'm the true meaning of an artist, and this is the true meaning of hip hop. Because you gotta understand, when I made The Realness, that caught everybody off guard. Yeah. And in the industry, when they don't want to see you win, they scratch their heads like, how the F did he do that? Like people was like, how the hell is he getting all these sales? How the hell is he getting record spins? Like people that with power, who's his publicist? All the questions they was asking. It was even to the point where people were making excuses for the success of the realness. They was like, well, it's because he got the controversy, the beef, or you know, he got lucky. So I said, okay, you think the realness was luck or a fluke? All right, watch this. So I went in, I made the true meaning in under a year. Like the realness came out July 24th, 2001. The true meaning came out June 24th, 2002. That's less than a year's time. So I made the true meaning to show that I'm really an artist. I'm not a one-trick pony. Like, I don't have to make diss records. There was no diss records on the true meaning. Love In, Love Out wasn't even a diss record. The first verse, I said it in a gentleman's way. It wasn't no disrespectful shit. And then the rest of the song wasn't about no rapper. It was about my streets, my friends in the street. That's it. And that wasn't even a diss record. Every other song on there, Live Your Life, is about social things in the world. Therapy, straight lyrical. Everything was like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't give them, it's like, what's your excuse now? And then I'm the first artist in history to get a Source Award for being an independent artist. I got the Underground Music Awards. They gave me an Impact. Like, how am I gonna get an Impact Award? It's only my second album. So I must be doing something right. So the true meaning was me doing like this. Like what? You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was.
So now, you're a legend now. And I'm wondering,
I hate being called a legend.
Well, do you know what? You have to bear the responsibility of the craft that you've come up with. So if the skills deserve it and the people, you're definitely voted for by the people. So you don't have to be self-proclaimed legend. Okay. But if after 11 years your music is still relevant, every single verse, then I think that you deserve the title legend.
I never thought about that.
That's what I'm saying. Because right about now we got today's legends. I'm gonna ask you straight, what do you think about the state of the game? If I'm not happy with your answer, I'm gonna pick out names.
Oh boy.
The state of the game today, 2013.
The state of the game right now, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, 2012 was very encouraging for rap because I seen a lot of the veterans started coming back and making some good albums, and then a lot of the new artists started coming out and making some good albums and making noise. And I'm not just talking about rap. Like I discussed earlier, this guy named Miguel made a lot of noise, and you had a lot of rappers making a lot of noise. You have Jamaican artists, reggae artists making a lot of noise. So creativity is starting to sneak back around, and I'm happy about that. Like last time I came out to the UK, I didn't even know that the UK had a movement. There's a big movement going on out here with the UK rappers, and I'm like, wow, I'd never seen it before. Yeah. I might have heard of a rapper before, but now it's a handful, like more than a handful. There's dozens of rappers out here that's really making an impact. Even if it didn't reach America yet, still it's an impact out here, and it has to start somewhere. So I'm encouraged by that. The thing I'm discouraged by is the older rappers, like even in the street, you learn from the OGs, and if they don't teach you or if they don't respect you, then you move otherwise. Yeah. So a lot of the OGs in rap it's like an OG in the street got bad work, and he give it to the young dude, but he still want his money back. Yeah. You jerking them because you giving them poison. Like the older dudes, they bragging and they flossing, but they not telling dudes how to accumulate. Cause money is like a meal, man. It's gonna be good, but you know, it's gonna be gone in a minute. Yeah. So they're not teaching them how to maintain that
longevity.
They'll tell you, ball till you fall. Who wants to ball till they fall? Don't ball till you fall.
Where's your business strategy? Tell us how you keep your money.
You don't ball till you fall. You ball, and then when you can't ball no more, you buy the motherfucking team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yo. So it's like the older artists, when you see the older artists talking about Molly and shit like that, or the older artists talking about you can't afford this, get that, or you see the older artists coming on stage with these $300 bottles of champagne and stuff, the younger artists want to try to do that. So you're recycling a detrimental behavior for us.
Yeah.
So that's not. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling Molly. I didn't even know what the hell Molly was.
I still don't know what. I can't get a straight answer. What's Molly?
It's a drug.
What kind of drug?
A bad drug. It's like ecstasy on steroids.
Molly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, really? Like, when I was growing up, fiends used to keep that shit to themselves.
Yeah.
Imagine crackheads being like, yo, I smoke crack, and happy about it. Like, you a fucking addict. Don't brag about Molly.
Yeah.
Keep that shit to yourself. Because you might end up fucking dying from that shit. So now you got all these young motherfuckers want to use Molly because you're an addict. Shit ain't cool. I'm not feeling that.
So you're not feeling the blowing money fast movement?
Blowing money fast, it's not, who's it benefiting? Because at the end of the day, especially when you're a rapper, because when you're a rapper, look, a record is sold for $10 retail to retail, and then retail sells it to you, right? The company is gonna get $10 out the gate. And then when they sell it to the store, then the store boosts up the price so the store can make a profit. So the store might buy it for 10, and then they'll sell the CDs for $15 or whatever. So that's how they make their profit. So they make them $4 off every record, and then the labels make it $10 off every record, minus their expense. And the artist is getting what? Something cents. So you're getting shitted out the deal. You're getting it's like perpetual fuckery because you're getting less money out of everybody, and then once you burn yourself out and don't got no money, a label makes 10 million when the CD goes platinum. Now, think of 20, let's think of 20 platinum artists. Just think of 20 platinum artists on your own free time. I bet you out of that 20, you've seen it in the news, they're having financial problems or da-da-da-da-da. So you're talking about platinum artists here that are suffering financially, but labels, there's dudes in labels that you don't even know who the fuck they are because they're not trying to shine, they just work and they're rich as shit. Like you hearing executives from labels, I'm retiring. And not even old and they're retiring. Why they retiring? Because they made so much fucking money they could retire. Whereas the artists or the singers or the actors, you know, they get fucked so much, they get the penny, they getting pennies off of dollars while these guys are making dollars off of dollars. So for you to perpetuate that myth of this is lifestyle such and such from rap, do this, buy that, you selling us out. You selling the younger brothers out, and you selling the newer artists out because they're re-following your mistakes.
All right. Before we get to that point,
Let me get okay. I don't want to violate you guys shit.
So let me ask you a question. Is it cool to be a prison officer?
I mean, listen.
No, I want the real Cormega.
Let me tell
Hi,
you.
my name is JEDIAH. How you doing? Yeah. Oh yeah. What'd you do? Oh yeah. I'm a prison officer.
Alright, I'm gonna give it to you like this. I just met you. If I meet you and you're a JEDIAH and you're a prison officer and that's what you do and you're fair to the brothers, you're not the brother you're not acting like a overseer at a slave plantation. You're not that CO. Because even in jail in the worst condition, when I was in jail, there was a brother named Sharif who was the CO. He was good to me, and he was a Muslim brother. He used to come to my cell sometimes, talk to me at night, like, yo, you good, brother? Sometimes he gave me stuff from the street, nothing illegal, like, you know, gave me stuff, gave me a book, He was a good brother. If I just meet you and you're a correctional officer and you're like, I'm JEDIAH, you know, I'm a fan of your music and I'm a correctional officer, and you going home after that to your family, that's one thing. But if you perpetuating a different lifestyle and you're honest about that. See, let me tell you the thing about me. While I'm not a judgmental as I used to be. If you're honest, if a dude is gay and he, why's my phone still ringing? That's you or me? Better look at me. Okay, that's me. Hey, hold up. If a dude is gay and he says he's gay and he's honest about it, I could respect that. Even if I don't condone, even if that's not my lifestyle, I could respect the truth rather than you playing like you some womanizing dude, but you fucking with men. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you're a CO and you admit it that you're a CO, I could respect that. You know what I'm saying? Or only thing I can't respect is only honesty I can't respect is a snitch. Like, you be like, I snitched.
But you gotta be a snitch to be a prison officer. It's part of the game. You take an oath. You get put in situations like if you've been in jail.
If you're a prison officer, you're not a snitch because that you're on a total. See, that's the thing. See, look, I'm not even mega right now to rap. Now I'm on the streets. When you're in the streets, it's them versus us. Them is the system, the judicial system, the people that work with it, within it, etc., etc. Us is the streets, or the people that's in that life. Now, if you're a regular guy. Like, let's just say there's a guy named Tommy. He works. He doesn't have nothing to do with the street, and somebody ends up shooting him, and he goes to the court. And he makes a complaint. He's making a civilian complaint. I'm not gonna be happy about him. I'm not gonna be proud of what he did, but I can't knock him because he's not in our world. Now, if you in the street and you busting your gun, or you selling drugs, or you living that life, or you have that reputation, and then you tell, then you snitched straight up. But if you, the guys that are police officers or COs. I can't say they're snitches because they're on the opposite side of the team.
So you see a direct. You see
there's a
middle line, but this middle line, I'm asking, if you're working for a system that perpetuates oppression against a wide range of people, and in fact encourage them to live a lifestyle to keep you in a job, policing them, because there's no money, there's no options. So they get pushed out. It's not education, it's more prisons. You are now perpetuating that, so then you are an overseer, regardless.
Yeah, exactly, that's why I said.
And Tommy's gonna call an overseer and help an overseer keep doing that overseeing job.
And that's why I said to you earlier, I could respect the ones that aren't overseers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sharif, there's a CO named Sharif. He's a Muslim brother, he's in America. I respect him. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of those dudes that's gonna kick your cell in and throw your shit all over the place or violate or turn his head blindly while other COs whip your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect them. You know, and I don't got no love for most COs because I went to jail for a CO and I didn't even do it. Like, a CO said that I robbed him. You know what I'm saying? And took a CO's gun. Like, they said I took a correctional officer's gun. Like, I didn't need, first of all, it was a fucking, I think it was a revolver, a 38 or something. I could look at my paperwork. What the fuck I'm gonna do with a revolver? And I had a fully automatic machine gun and 4.5s. I'm not bragging about it, but it's a known fact. Like, it's known. So what I'm gonna do with a 38 when I could have gave that motherfucker a 38.
Yeah.
So I went to jail because this correctional officer lied on me. And I've been in jail where motherfuckers, I've been in a box. Fuck jail, I've been in a box. Like, you know, the punishment shit. I've had COs standing in front of me, you know, yelling in my face or my hand against the wall. Or I've came back from child and my whole cell is just ruined. My stuff, all my personal stuff on the floor, my sheets, you know what I'm saying? I've been through that. I know what it's like. I've been on a visit. I know how it feels to come off a visit, that humiliating, demoralizing feeling. First thing you gotta do is squat. Like, these niggas that talk about jail and raps, they not talking about that because they ain't been through that.
So I'm saying that's part of an officer's job. So a guy that does his job and does his job well. Because you know where I'm going.
I know where you go.
And then he decides, I don't know, I don't want to do this job no more. In fact, what I want to do is rap. So he's chosen, Rick Ross has chosen two sides to represent. And I want to know how you feel about that. Because really and truly, he's not out there talking about black people get along, poor people, let's unite, let's make a change, I can do this, feed the world, make it a better place. He's talking about 30 bricks of white, and I want to know, because I mean, he's influencing a culture that you have helped you've helped to grow and nurture, especially when it comes to content and realness in lyrics and not bragging about a certain negativity, but spitting it how it is. How do you feel about, what's your views on that whole kind of camp and that kind of people that see contradictions or are living contradictions, rather?
I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, if you know me, you know how I feel. Yeah. Like, you know how I feel about certain shit, but I don't know. It is what it is, man. I can't, it is what it is.
Yeah. So is there any planned collaborations? You done any collaborations with Rick Ross, MMG? Any work coming out soon?
I don't recall doing any. I don't recall doing any of them songs.
I hear that. Obama has been inaugurated.
Obama, I just had this discussion about Obama earlier. I'm not the type of dude that one of the biggest misconceptions amongst the black community in America. Well, let me not even use the word black because I just learned about that. I'll get into that later. But one misconception, and for sometimes people have pride about the wrong things and at the wrong time. It's like everybody had this pride thing, black pride thing. I'm gonna vote for Obama because I'm black. Like that was ignorant philosophy, and I mean, I congratulate when he first got voted in for his first election, his first term. I was proud to see a man of our color achieve that stage, that that level. But at the end of the day, I can't judge you on your color. I have to judge you by your commitment and your conviction and what you're gonna represent. Now, people will argue firmly about, well, you should vote for him because he's black and da. Well, my thing would be, so is the people in Africa that he's sending drones out to attack. So you can't use the color line, you can't use the color thing to glorify one thing and look blindly to the other. So, you know what I'm saying? He is the face of America is a big corporation. They should just turn to America the corporation instead of the country. It's a business. He is the face of the business. Like Ronald McDonald's the face of McDonald's, but he's not the one that's creating that menu.
Yeah.
So the face might not necessarily be the brain, or might not be. He doesn't have our interest, because if he did, if he had the interest of the common folk, then there would be a lot of things that could have been fixed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think about him. I didn't even vote. You know what I'm saying? I just found out that I could vote, to be honest with you, because I was a convicted felon.
Yeah.
And I know now once you're not on parole, you can vote. So one day maybe I'll vote, but I wasn't convinced enough to vote for Romney or for Obama. I definitely wasn't voting for Romney, straight up and down. But Obama, America needs a Thomas Sankara.
Yeah.
We need a Sankara. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Or Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what happens to them guys? You know what happens to them guys?
You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, being someone that's quite good.
Yeah.
Being someone that's quite vocal about what you believe in, you know the dangers that's associated with a free thinker or a free speaker.
Exactly. Life expectancy becomes a little shorter, and you also you tend to get followed around by certain people, things like that. A free speaker, an influential speaker, is more feared than a shooter.
Yeah.
And once you start having knowledge of yourself, I learned this about, even with me, with certain things that I see. Like, I could do something controversial and get more press in America than when I do something good or positive. Like, I went to Haiti. A lot of people don't know I went to Haiti. A lot of people don't know I did a benefit song, and all the proceeds go to people in Haiti. It was me, Redman, Stickman from Dead President, Fame from MOP, and Still from Smith & Wesson on the song, as well as Maya Azucena. That song is out right now. It's been out. So that song is out. All the proceeds go to Haiti, and it's to a good charity too. Because if it wasn't, you'd have heard about that.
Yeah.
They'd have shitted on me or whatever. So that was done. Went to Haiti, performed out there for free. Went to the people. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about. I did a coat drive, and that was mostly for people that have AIDS and don't have the money for the medicines. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about I did another additional concert, like an after party that had nothing to do with the coat drive, because we generated so much coats, I could fill this room up. You know what I'm saying? So then we did another show, and then all the money from that night, that had nothing to do with the coat drive. I could have kept that money. I could have went shopping. I gave all that to an organization. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about Mega was going to Rikers Island to talk to the adolescents. You don't hear about Mega was going to the hospitals to talk to the people, you know, the hospital where people were paralyzed. Because 85% of the people that were paralyzed from gun violence are us.
Yeah.
So I went to the hospital to visit. You don't hear about those things. But if I say something about one of these rappers or do something, you'll hear about that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I started to see certain shit. And I started to see when I started doing positive shit. Yo, one time, this is the craziest shit I ever seen, ever. One day I made a press statement. I gave it to my publicist. And I swear, her name is Jackie said. You can contact her and ask her. At the end of it, I said power to the people. Yo, when that shit hit the internet, when it went to different media outlets, power to the people part was gone. But if I'd have said a certain rapper's name at the end in a derogatory manner, that would have been there. What's wrong with power to the people? Why was that taken out? So shit like that makes me, you know, it's like, wow.
So what does that make you want to do? Does it make you want to go against the grain?
I mean, it just makes me more aware. It makes me know how I gotta move and the things I gotta do. In my new music, one thing, I know who I am. I know what my job is now. Yeah. I know I'm a messiah for street niggas, jail brothers, and shit like that. I know they listen to me. So I know even when I drop real shit, I gotta drop knowledge in there so they don't make my mistakes. Or so they could, you know what I'm saying? Like, me going independent was like an eye opener. Because there was a lot of rappers that once they wasn't on majors no more, they was done. They wanted to quit. They went back to the street. I know my man Motor Technique, he's a successful independent artist. He was like, I'm one of the dudes that inspired him. Sean Price told me I'm one of the dudes that inspired him. You know what I'm saying? So for them to say that makes me like, wow. And then it's meant, like I said, I got an Impact Award from the Underground Music Awards. I got a Source Award for an independent album. Nobody ever got a Source Award for independent before me. So it's like me doing that shit, that opened a whole lane for a lot of artists. So now it's like I'm gonna open your mind. Like on my new album, I said, cause there's the way they look at us in the media, and even the jokes about us, the toys, they make toys, urban toys with the pants sagging, etc. And there's depictions of us in movies. Like it could just be a scene where you're just passing by the ghetto. They won't show you the guy with the suit on or the neatly dressed guy that's going to work. That's still from the ghetto. They'll show you the guys on the corner or the do-rags and etc. So it's like on my new joint, I said we more than niggas standing on the corner dealing. Jail is a business. They trying to employ our children and destroy our mental. Every day we more conditioned to conform to ignorance and ignore wisdom. A darker pigment gets you 50 shots and cops acquitted, while Mumia dreams of freedom from a cotton prison. Knowledge of self, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going there.
The jewels on them.
Exactly. So it's like I'm giving you that. I'm giving you the mega shit, but I'm giving you real shit, and I'm combining it, and that's mega philosophy.
A lot of your fans, they might not even know who Mumia is.
And that's where they have to. A lot of people don't know what Molly is, but they found out what Molly was.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know what Gucci was, but they found out what that was. So if you don't want to find out who Mumia is, or if I said we need St. Kara's, people need to find out who the fuck St. Kara is. Or they need to find out who Malcolm is. They know who Alpo is. They know who fucking, they know who Al Capone is. How you from the ghetto, a black dude from the ghetto, you know more about Al Capone than you know about Al Green. It's like, let's get it right. Let's get our minds right.
Definitely. So they've changed the genres.
I'll keep this for the camera.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, there's been times when we took a negative and we tried to embrace it and flip it in our own way. Like the word nigga is something that we shouldn't use, but a lot of people use it as a term of endearment. That's my nigga, or what up nigga, or, even though we shouldn't. But the fact that they said you can't use the word black out here to describe us as a people, in a way, that's really a blessing in disguise. Because at the end of the day,